Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Hilderbrand Lifestyle Channel. Today I want to talk about change your mind, change your life. This is how it works. When you change your mind, you change your perspective. You change how you look at things, right? You change how you respond to things. So when you change your mind, you can ultimately change your life. Because when you change your mind, you don't look at things the same. You don't think of things the same, right? So it's like a child, right? When you were a child, you had a certain mindset, right? Go out and play all day, and didn't have a care in the world, didn't really worry about things. You were a child. You weren't an adult. You weren't responsible for all of the things that made it possible for you to just go out and run around random and do whatever it is that you wanted to do to have fun, right? Even though, depending on what kind of childhood you had, those were some of the best days of our lives. And for others, they may have not been so great. But nevertheless, I'm just making that, I'm showing you the connection between the different mindset, right? Because as we get older, our minds change. And when our minds change, things around us change also, right? Our lives change, and we have to adapt to certain situations and circumstances. But ultimately, they say that, whatever you were thinking about 5 years prior determines your life today, right? So whatever you were working on years before this moment that you're in right now pretty much dictated where you were going to be at this moment right now, right? So if you were hanging around negative people and right now you find yourself in a negative lifestyle, or things aren't going the way you want them to go, and it's amazing, like when people change their minds. Even when you talk to people that are in prison, when they read books, they can escape mentally. Mentally, they can go someplace else, right? Because when you change your mind, you can change your life. Like, you can be someplace physically, and this goes back to relationships also. Like, you can be in a relationship with somebody, you could be physically there, but mentally someplace else, completely different. Or like, have you ever been in a classroom and you started daydreaming? And like, you're physically in the classroom, but you're daydreaming about being someplace totally different. And then the teacher would be like, hey, they got to get your attention, bring you back, right? So that's what I mean by when you change your mind, you can change your life. And it works. Here's how it really works, right? So like, when you have a positive mindset and you get around other positive people, it's amazing how, like, you ever been in a conversation or talk to someone and you can talk for hours and it seemed like, like time just went by so fast, right? I mean, because you were vibing, right? You guys had a vibe and things were going so well, and you lost track of time. You literally lost track of time, right? And that conversation somehow changed your life, right? Maybe you were upset or you were feeling a certain way, but just by having that conversation and being in that moment in time changes your life, right? It changes your perception. It changes your perspective, perhaps, right? Or where you get around some people that you really want to be around. You can't wait, right? Again, your mind is, that's dopamine, right? Like, you're looking forward to that moment. You're looking forward to interacting with these group of people, right? So even if you're having a bad day at that moment, as soon as it comes that time to be around that group of people, you're happy. You feel a certain way, right? It changes your life. So like, even when you go home versus work, right? Our mind has to change to exist within that environment, is what I'm trying to say, ultimately, right? And you can tap into that even outside of circumstances and situations that you ultimately don't want to be in, just by simply changing your mindset. And a way that I've done that over the years is by reading books. Reading a lot of books, spending a lot of time enlightening myself, working on myself, empowering myself, so that when I get in certain situations around certain people, I can have a conversation that would be conducive to whatever situation that I'm in, or depending on who I'm talking with. And these principles have helped change my life. this perspective that I'm sharing with you can also help change your life, because we all have the ability to do that. We all have the ability to change, you know, who we're around, what we're around. I mean, if you are an adult, if you are a child, if you're a minor, you don't really have that control a lot of times, right? You have to do what your parents say. You have to follow orders, and you know, for the most part, what your parents are telling you is correct. So follow their advice. You know, don't stray away from that. Because I know sometimes like younger people may be watching my channel and feel the need to be like, I'm gonna change my mind, and then go home and get a whooping or get themselves in trouble. So be careful. Be careful with how you apply this, because with certain people, you know, you have to be in the state of now, right? You have to be in the moment. Don't change I'm talking about change your mind to the point where you get yourself fired, or you get yourself in a situation that you can't, you know, write a check that your behind can't cash. I'm not talking about that sort of mind change. I'm just saying, like, if you want to improve your life status, or a lot of things that are going on with you, either professional, work wise, relationship wise, you know, we're dealing with people, right? So a lot of times we just don't understand that, like, just how powerful our minds are, and what we're doing mentally, right? We just kind of waffle through life, right? Not really paying attention, right? Not really doing things intentionally. And that's what I mean by change your mind, change your life. Start being more intentional with the direction that you're going in life. You know, I want this achievement. I want to make this goal. Like, what are some of the 4 principles, or principles that I'll talk about 4 principles in another video. But what are some of the things that I need to apply in order to help me achieve my ultimate goal, right? How do I get there? What's the process, right? So, yeah, changing your mind is definitely, you know, just like I said, reading books, taking time out to not be so stressed, because stress is the #1 killer. It really is. It's the silent killer. A lot of people be stressed out and confused and upset about things, and just don't know how to deal with it, right? So I recommend meditation a lot of times, being still, being able to get in tune with your mind. I kind of close my eyes when I say that, and because it has helped me so much, you know, just being able to mentally escape any like current situation. Like, you could just live in the moment, right? And then excel. Like, you can just prepare yourself and imagine yourself someplace else by changing your mind. And it's amazing how when you change your mindset, and you get around certain people, by just changing your mindset, how that vibration carries through, and other people can feel that. Like, you know, we're all made of energy. Like, we're all energy. I know it's the body, but, you know, this is all energy, right? And you give off a certain energy. Even when you don't speak, like, you're giving off a certain energy, right? Everything is energy. But I won't get into that too much. I just wanted to say that, you know, practice on changing your mind, and it'll ultimately change your life, right? Change how you look at things. Change how you respond to things, react to things. You know, that is within your control, because that can change your life. You know, I talk about in another video, your attitude determines your altitude. And this is true. You know, this is facts and true. I mean, you got a bad attitude, you tend to have really bad altitude, you know. I've never met a successful person that really just had a bad attitude all the time, or, you know, negative thinking. You know, they're always optimistic. You know what I'm saying? They always believe in the impossible, believe that this is possible, that's possible. It's just amazing, you know, when you get around people who really think like that. Your vibration change. You start thinking like, yeah, that's possible. You know, I could do this, I could do that, and you can. You know. And just amazing. It's just a mindset, right? I mean, just like when you want to, like people that want to argue and fight, that's a mindset, right? They got to mentally get there. They got to mentally be, and you know, some people like keep that same energy. Again, this is energy. You know what I'm saying? You see people arguing and you're about to get into a fight, or they're not there yet. Keep that same energy when I get there, right? You know, you can change your energy. You know what I'm saying? You can change your mind. You can change your, you know, I ain't gonna go and deal with that. I ain't gonna deal with it that way. You know what I'm saying? So you don't be spending the rest of your life in jail or someplace where it's just more negative energy, right? You want to be free. You want to be prosperous. You know what I'm saying? You want to live a good life. You want to live a healthy life. You don't want to just, you know, just live and pay bills and die, like just miserable every day. Misery, misery, misery. And misery loves company. So change your mind, change your life. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So I hope someone finds this helpful. With that being said, I'm gonna go out here and get me some air, some fresh air. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what it's all about. Change your mind, change your life. That's how it works. Change your mind, change your life. Okay, guys, thanks for taking the time out to watch here on the Hilderbrand Lifestyle channel. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. If there's anything else you'd like me to know, please leave it in the comments below. I'd like to get your feedback. Okay, until the next video, peace.